I mean, listen, it's like, you know, maybe you're just coming off the table and all that, but, you know, it's, yeah, it's just, listen, it's, you got to play, you know, like, I'm not good at getting out of snookers, and I don't want to give 40 points away, you know, and I'm never going to be good at getting out of snookers, you know. Ray Reardon tried to teach me for a while, and I got okay at it, but it's just, it takes too much time practicing getting out of snookers. I'd rather concentrate on the break building and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, listen, I get what Mark's saying, and I hope he doesn't feel that way because we get on really well. But listen, you just got to play to your strengths, you know, and getting out of snookers ain't my strength, you know.
You mentioned in another interview about some of the shots that he was playing, and you probably weren't too happy with the way he was applying himself at that point. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, it just felt like obviously it was a bit disrespectful to me and the game, you know. Obviously, like if you're playing anybody else, there's not many players who will just get down and just hit them 100 mile an hour when you put them in a snooker. Sometimes they'll try and work it out and try and play safe or try and get you in trouble back. But he just felt as though he was doing that throughout the match, really. So just thought it was a little bit disrespectful to me and the game. But I mean, I don't know, you'll have to ask Ronnie himself.
Irrespective of the competitive element of it being a semi-final, does it hurt on a personal note because you guys are quite close off the table as well?
Every match you lose, obviously it hurts, no matter who it is. Obviously being the semi-final and being so close to the final, obviously it's gutting, but from where I was 6 months ago, I feel as though my game's in good shape and looking forward to next season.
I know you, before the tournament, you were talking about you felt the players were being treated a little bit like lab rats, weren't you? Were having a crowd in, but obviously got a crowd for the final now. Are you comfortable with fans being in for the final? I'm
not confident, you know, because obviously I've been doing what all governments have been trying to do, especially the ones that have been successful at combating the COVID-19, you know, which is stay away, try not to have big gatherings, especially indoors. So I've been doing all that sort of stuff. So, you know, and then you look at other sports like tennis, golf, football. Tennis, golf, football. What other sports are there? You know, like
cricket.
What I call the proper sports. You know, like and I think they've been responsible enough to say, look, we're not having no crowds. You know, and that's the right thing to do. But I get it. There's a bit of cash to be made. You know, and you know, if you're going to take like 40, 50 grand. You've got to, like, you know, I'll be crying if you're coming from a business perspective. Let's try and get 2,000 in there. Do you know what I mean? Let's try and make some cash. But I think at some point, like especially in a time like this, I think it's right to do the responsible thing and put people's health first. You know, it's not going to be for long, hopefully. You know, and do the right thing. What I think is the right thing. What other sports are doing. You know, you have to learn by the best of the best. You know, if you want to be a good businessman, you look at Jeff Bezos, you go, right, I want to learn from him. You want to be a top sport, you learn from what the top sports are doing, like golf, tennis, football, you know, and they're not having crowds, you know, and you look in China, they're not even having any sporting events. So for me, it's just good that we've got some snooker, but to try and come in with crowds, I just think, you know, I just don't get it. I think the risk is a little bit too risky, you know, and is it worth taking the risk, you know? But I mean, if someone needs 20, 30 grand that much, then I suppose, you know, see if we can get 4, 5, 6, see if we can get 900 in there.